So today we have Dr. Mohit Gupta with us. He's a renowned TEDx speaker. He's also a professor of cardiology at GP Pant Hospital, New Delhi. Apart from being an exceptional cardiologist, he's also associated with the Brahma Kumaris, the world's largest spiritual organization. Dr. Gupta's talks are rooted in both science and spirituality. Additionally, he has received the National Best Innovation Award in cardiology in 2021 for his excellent work in artificial intelligence and heart attack patients. So welcome, Dr. Mohit, and thank you again for taking time out of your very, very busy schedule to speak to our community. And just before I hand over the session to Dr. Gupta, I would request everyone to be on mute so that the session is productive for everyone. And if you all have any questions, please post it in the chat and Doctor will take it as per his convenience or as he deems fit. Thank you, Doctor. Please take over.
Okay, thank you, Aarti, for a very generous introduction. I hope I am audible to you guys, and thank you, Ekam, for this terrific opportunity. And today I'm going to speak on a very interesting topic, and that is self-empowerment and unleashing the power. So, my dear friends, on this beautiful journey, I would request only a couple of things, that if you guys have any questions, feel free to communicate it to me on the chat box. And also, in case you feel that, you have any other comments on this, please write on the chat box. Third, I would be very happy that if I am able to see, your faces, so that, I'm not going to talk to the walls. This next 40-45 minutes is going to give you a completely new perspective about your own health. So बहुत समय पुरानी बात है दोस्तों, एक यंग लड़का होता था, वेरी यंग, ही वाज अ वेरी एस्पायरिंग आर्चर. धीरे धीरे वो लोगों को हराता रह गया और विश्व का सर्वश्रेष्ठ आर्चर बन गया. ही बिकेम वन ऑफ द बेस्ट इन द वर्ल्ड. लेकिन एज ही वाज गोइंग ऑन दिस जर्नी, उसको अपने ऊपर धीरे धीरे अभिमान आ गया. ही बिकेम वेरी प्राउड ऑफ हिमसेल्फ. दोस्तों, वो लोगों को हराता और हराकर उनका उपहास करता, उनका मजाक उड़ाता. And people were not very comfortable with all this. एक दिन कुछ लोग उसके पास गए और उन्होंने बोला कि if you are so proud of yourself, तुम ऐसा करो कि इस गांव के कोने में एक बुजुर्ग व्यक्ति है, तुम उसको हरा कर क्यों नहीं दिखाते? He said, it is easily possible for me because I have defeated the best in the world. I can defeat anybody. तो वो उस बुजुर्ग व्यक्ति के पास गया और जाकर उनसे बोला कि I would like to challenge you in the game of bow and arch. He said, why would you want to play and compete with me? He said, only if I defeat you, then people say you will be best in the world. So that old person वो मुस्कुराने लगा और उसने कहा, अगर ऐसी बात है तो that's fine. They came to a big, open place और वहां जाकर उसने अपना
Mr. Joy, Deary Joy, can you please pass it? Yeah.
तो खुले मैदान में आए दोस्तों, एंड वहां जाकर उसने लड़के ने अपना तीर निकाला और निकालकर बिल्कुल एक्यूरेट ही एक निशाने पर लगा दिया. दूसरा तीर निकाला, उसको अगेन भेजते हुए एक्यूरेट लगाया. एंड ही आस्क्ड द ओल्ड पर्सन, कैन यू डू इट? ही सेड, ओह दिस इज आई कैन डू इट. और उसने मुस्कुराते हुए अपने दोनों तीर निकाले और एक के बाद छोड़कर दिखाया और एक्यूरेट कर दिखाया आधे समय. नाउ द ओल्ड पर्सन सेड, व्हाट यू वांटेड मी टू डू आई हैव डन, बट अब तुम्हें वो करना पड़ेगा जो मैं कहूं. द यंग पर्सन सेड, आई एम रेडी फॉर एवरीथिंग. बताइए मुझे क्या करना है. तो वो बुजुर्ग व्यक्ति उसको गांव के कोने में ले गया, जहां बहुत बड़े दो पहाड़ थे और एक हजारों फीट गहरी खाई थी. There was a large, shelf. And वहां जाकर पतला सा एक रास्ता बना हुआ था जो कि झूल रहा था, which was very unstable, और बुजुर्ग व्यक्ति उस पर चलने लगा. उसने उस लड़के से कहा कि क्या तुम मेरे पीछे आओगे? वो लड़का उसके ऊपर जाने लगा. उसका पांव हिल रहा था, माथे पर पसीने थे. दोनों पहाड़ों के बीच में जाकर वो ऊपर आकर खड़ा हो गया और उसने कहा कि बेटा, पहला चरण. उसने तीर निकाला और तीर निकालकर दो पहाड़ों के बीच में एक पेड़ पर एक्यूरेट निशाना लगा दिया और उस लड़के से कहा, तुम ऐसा कर सकते हो? लड़के के माथे पर पसीने थे. ही वॉज फीलिंग सो अनस्टेबल एंड वेवरी. उसने अपना तीर निकाला, निशाना साधने की कोशिश की और निशाने के बाद तीर छोड़ा. तो दोस्तों, वो तीर निशाने के आसपास भी कहीं नहीं पहुंचा. उसे पता था वो हार चुका है. लड़का परेशान था. उस बुजुर्ग व्यक्ति के चरणों में गिरकर बोला कि आई एम सो सॉरी, मुझे अपने ऊपर अभिमान आ गया था. आई वॉज कंप्लीटली क्लाउडेड बाय माई ईगो. असल में तो यू आर द बेस्ट इन द वर्ल्ड. तो उस बुजुर्ग व्यक्ति ने बहुत सुंदर बातें उसे बोली और ध्यान से सुनिएगा उसे क्या बोला. उसे कहा कि बेटा यू हैव परफेक्टली मास्टर्ड द आर्ट ऑफ बो एंड एरो, लेकिन वो मन जो तुमको हर परिस्थिति में एक्यूरेट निशाना लगाने की शक्ति देता है, क्षमता देता है, उस मन पर तुम्हारा अभी भी नियंत्रण नहीं। इसीलिए जरा भी परिस्थिति या सिचुएशन विकट होती है, चैलेंजिंग होती है, तो तुम्हारा निशाना चूक जाता है। सो इफ यू वांट टू बी द बेस्ट एंड मोस्ट स्टेबल इन दिस वर्ल्ड, यू हैव टू मेक योर माइंड योर बेस्ट फ्रेंड, माय डियर फ्रेंड्स। दोस्तों, हमारी लाइफ जो है वो हमारे थॉट्स का ही कॉन्सिक्वेंस है। Everything that is happening in your life is just because of your thoughts, and it is only because of our improper thoughts, only because of our negative thoughts, only because of our irrational thoughts, waste thoughts, आज हमारी life has turned into a pandemic of personal mismanagement. We have everything. We have 7-digit salaries or 6-digit salaries. We have a home to live. We have our almiras which are clouded or roofed by multiple beautiful clothes. We have perfumes. We have everything. But my question to you is, are you happier in your life? The challenges in your life are always going to be there. They are going to be there from your family, from the policies of the government. The challenges are going to be there from social, from nature, and also from your professional life. But remember, you are here in between, and everything in your life is dependent on how you respond to these situations, my dear. So, we have two ways to deal with these challenges. Either we change our people, either we change our family, our social life, our nature, our professional life. We can do that. There's no doubt about it. Or the second more beautiful way is you empower yourself so the effect of all these things is not there on your life. My dear friends, this is what I want to say. In today's sessions, I'm going to give you only 6 simple mantras that you will have the power to design and achieve whatever you want in your life. Imagine you think about something and you attract it and you achieve that. Imagine what would your life be if you think about happiness and happiness automatically comes to you. If you think about success, the success comes to you. You think about opportunities you start creating in your life. This is what is the beauty of this particular session, my dear friends. So today I'm going to narrate my 4 stories, my own life stories of hope, of belief, and of transformation, my dear friends. Listen, this is not just a didactic lecture, but these are my experiences of last 40 years knitted down into next 30 to 40 minutes. So this is going to be definitely one of the most unraveling and revealing journeys of your life, my dear friends. So it all started on 20th March 2003. When I came back from my hospital, I was tired. In the evening, my mother asked me to have a meal, but I was so tired I didn't have it. She handed over a cup of ice cream to me, and I remember the moment I took it, within 15 seconds, that fell on the floor and I collapsed on the floor of my home. I was throwing massive seizures, my dear friends. And next day, I was immediately rushed to my hospital. And next day, when I became conscious, this is what my brain scan showed. There was a large lesion in my brain, a large lesion in my brain, my dear friend. I was resistant to 18 drugs out of 19 that are available at that, not working on me. Only one toxic injection was working on me, and that was amicus. And I lost my hearing because of that. I had a lot of pain, but I never lost hope and never experienced sorrow in my life, my dear friends. What was the story? I will complete it later on. But that day, my mind was in great turbulence, and I was thinking, what has gone wrong in my life? मेरी life में problem क्या है? Everything I wanted, I achieved. I studied in America in John Hopkins. I went to Oxford, Cambridge. I wanted whatever and whenever and however amount I wanted. I achieved that in my life. But I knew I had changed my life from person to a programmed or a computerized device. दोस्तों, हमने अपनी लाइफ को human beings से human doings में दोस्तों transform कर लिया. Human beings से human doings में. It's all about balance. I knew that day that I had lost a work-life balance. While I was busy working throughout my day, I had lost control and the feeling of enjoying in my life, to create happiness in my life. I also knew most of the things in our life are very simple, but it's our own thought process that makes our simple life very complex. And I was leading my life truly in an emergency mode, truly in an emergency mode. I knew that I had to change my life. I knew I have to bring transformation in my life if I have to achieve happiness. And that is the day I changed and I transformed. मुझे पता था कि if I don't bring a change in my life, nothing is going to change in my life. दोस्तों, old ways are never going to bring open new doors. I understood that our life, what my introduction was given, he's a very, very busy cardiologist. This was the problem that I realized that I've accepted myself as a busy person, dosto, and two words that have become synonymous with our life. Right from morning till evening, day and night, these two words are I am busy and I don't have time. We have accepted ourselves as a busy person and we have understood ourselves that we don't have time in our life, my dear friends. Dosto, that day I deleted this word busy from my life. My first very, very powerful, simple message to you before I give my first crisp message to you is delete this word busy from your life and instead embrace another beautiful word. I am not busy in my life, but I am be easy in my life. Be easy in my life. That incorporation, that understanding that it's all about my mindset. The challenges are going to be there, the work is going to be there, but if my mind is easy, my dear friends, my work outside always becomes very, very comfortable. If you change nothing, nothing is going to change. So in today's session, you must have listened hundreds of sessions, but my very powerful message to you is जो चीज सुनने में इतनी बढ़िया लगती है दोस्तों, वो बनने में कितनी सुंदर लगेगी. We have to absorb everything today in our life. दोस्तों, I realized and I convey my first powerful lesson to you that I absorbed that day in my life. And that first message is life is a journey and happiness is not a destination. Today, in this journey of life, we have when transformed ourselves from human beings to human beings, we are continuously doing. We think that happiness is going to be achieved when I accomplish something and when I achieve something. When we chase happiness, happiness always eludes us. Let me ask you one very simple question. Whenever you travel, what do you say? Have a very pleasant journey or do you say have a very pleasant destination? आप हमेशा कहते हैं have a very pleasant journey. Life is all about journey. Happiness is never a target, my dear friends. I realize that Dr. Mohit, if you have to remain happy and maintain balance in your life, the time to do that is right here and right now. It has no relation with how much I am having. It only results out of how much satisfied we are in our life. Our happiness is only a consequence of our own satisfaction, of how satisfied and what is the feeling of gratitude in our life. सवेरे से लेकर शाम तक दोस्तों हम लोग भागते रहते हैं. बी कॉम्प्लेक्स की गोली के साथ एक्सीलेटर दबता है और रात को आके नींद की गोली के साथ ब्रेक लग जाता है. We need to understand that if you cannot pour from an empty cup. Taking care of your own self in this life is no longer a luxury, it has to be a priority. So my first mantra to you, if you want to have a fulfilling, abundant and a happy life is take out time to take care of your thoughts and of your life, because your life is completely a consequence of what you are thinking, my dear friends. And from that day, I always used to take out time to empower myself, to take care of my thoughts, to take care of my own relations, to take care of everything that I love to do in my life. And that is what is the most beautiful mantra to achieve in your life, my dear friends. My second wonderful message that day I realized is that there is only one secret to fulfilling and healthy life. My dear friends, I narrate my second story of life. What is that one secret to fulfilling and healthy life is what will come out of this wonderful story. It was an evening of 2018, my dear friends, when I was working in cath lab with my colleague. We were tired after operating quite a good number of cases and about to leave at around about 9:30, 10 p.m. in the night. Suddenly, there was a noise outside our cath lab, and a young boy of 20 to 23 years old was literally brought dead into our cath lab. He had a massive heart attack. His blood pressure was practically unrecordable. His pulse was practically only 5 or 10, or, we were resuscitating him and he was put on the table. We had nothing to lose. Only we had to give our best. We resuscitated him. We put him on the artificial support system. And ultimately, after intubating him, we successfully operated him and deployed a stent in his coronary artery. The main artery was blocked. He was intubated, he was shifted, but not very well. Next day when I went, she had recovered miraculous. Everybody was happy and they were literally full of joy and praises that, oh, this is a life save, Dr. Gupta, this is amazing. But let me tell you, वो दिन मेरी जिंदगी का सबसे डिस्टर्बिंग दिन था दोस्तों. I was really really disturbed because I was thinking why this 23-year-old young person who's a non-smoker, who is non-alcoholic, who does not have any history, family history of heart attack, who has no diabetes, no hypertension, no lipid abnormalities, still he has a heart attack. Why? मैंने कहा कि मुझे आपके फैमिली से बात करना है. And his parents came and said, we will talk. I said, he is married. I would like to speak to his wife. And they said, no, no, no. You speak to us because he's on the verge of divorce and the girl would not come. And he has a girl child which is only 4 months old. It was surprising. And ultimately, I said, requested their parents with folded hand and said, please ask that girl to come to me. I would literally like to speak to that young girl. And they did that. They asked that girl to come. And ultimately, that girl came with that little 4-month angel. And she was such a lovely child. I made them sit together and मैंने कहा, भाई क्या बात है? What is the problem that is happening in your life? And they said, sir, we have everything. We have achieved everything. I am working very, very well. My wife is beautiful car. We have a house of our own. But the challenge is that we never give time to each other. We never give time to each other. That is a major problem that we all are having. I said, no worries. Even if you are not able to give time to each other, it doesn't matter. My only request to you is do two things for me. Will you do it? उन्होंने कहा हाँ हम करेंगे. मैंने उनसे कहा कि आप केवल 1 महीने के लिए, because after 1 month you are going to get separated. 1 महीने के लिए only give 15 minutes to each other every day. They were smiling. He said, okay, we will give 15 minutes to each other every day. No problem at all. And then I asked them, in those 15 minutes, don't talk about negative things. Just listen to each other, absorb each other's emotions, talk to each other, share your good thoughts and accept each other. और दूसरी बात मैंने उस लड़की से बोली, that young girl, मैंने कहा कि अब मैं इसको ओपीडी में तभी देखूंगा आउट पेशेंट डिपार्टमेंट में, when you hold his hand and bring him to my room in OPD. She smilingly said, okay sir, I'll bring him. दोस्तों वो लड़की उसको हर हफ्ते ट्यूसडे मेरी ओपीडी में लेकर आना चालू हुई. फर्स्ट वीक, सेकंड वीक, थर्ड वीक, and fourth week, and then 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and दोस्तों आज 4 years हो गए हैं. She is still coming to my OPD. They have withdrawn their divorce papers. Their 4-month-old child has grown into a 4-year young wonderful child, a lovely angelic child, and they are living a happy life. That is the day I realized that life, that most beautiful mantra in our life is to have beautiful and powerful relations, my dear friend. We started conducting experiments, and you all young people 18 to 34 years, and in fact everyone should listen. This is going to be revealing for you. I gathered 150 patients of very young heart attack between 18 to 40 years, 35 years. And we measured, they were having no risk factors, non-smokers, non-diabetics, and no other risk factors. And what I did was we started measuring their psychosocial stress. And what were the results? And we also measured their genetic age. The results were amazing. Look at this. From the chronological point of view, their body was between the age of 18 to 30 years. But from the biologic point of view, their body was almost equal to a 60 to 95 years old gentleman. Their genes were completely destroyed. Imagine. This is what was happening at young age. Their biologic age was almost equal to 60 to 95-year-old person. I said, why this is happening? And when we measured, the single factor that emerged in their life was high levels of psychosocial stress. I thought, even if stress is there, how does it make difference? And then I understood, listen to this, that those people who have no purpose in life, who lack love in their life, who lack happiness in their life, who lack gratitude in their life, उन लोगों का टेलोमरेज एंजाइम कम होता है और उनकी जेनेटिक लेंथ और टेलोमियर लेंथ दोस्तों सिग्निफिकेंटली कम होती जाती है. ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी, those people who have love in their life, who have positive outlook in their life, who have happiness and gratitude in their life, they are the people जिनकी telomerase enzyme increase होती है और उनकी telomere length दोस्तों significantly बढ़ती जाती है. That is what we need today. In this world which is full of technology, in this world which is completely dependent or high tech in our life, my dear friends, we need to understand that we need to inculcate high touch in our lives, compassion in our life, my dear friend. The single most important factor to have a fulfilling life is good relations. Our thoughts are controlling our genes. Look at this. सब कुछ हम लोग कमा रहे हैं. We are having everything in our life. But सब कुछ होते हुए भी हमारे रिलेशंस में, हमारी फैमिली में, हमारे अपने जीवन के अंदर कहीं ना कहीं सुकून, कहीं ना कहीं दोस्तों शांति नहीं है. We are not having those comfort in our life, my dear friends. So my second message is, सब कुछ करिए लेकिन have very beautiful and powerful relations in your life. My third message to you, a very lovely message to you is, whatever you want in your life, it's on its way, my dear friends. I will narrate my third story to you. जीवन में जो भी आप चाहते हैं, your success, your achievement, that is only a door away. You open the door and it's waiting for you outside. It's your own thoughts that take your success away from you, my dear friends. Your own thoughts, nobody else. Your own mind system, your belief system, whether this will happen or not, this is what is taking your success away from you. I remember in 2001 when I came from America, I wanted to study cardiology. And there were only 5 seats at that time. My teachers, my seniors, everybody was giving exam with me, you know. And nobody practically used to get those seats in first attempt. It was very, very difficult to get those seats in first attempt. And at that particular time, I told my mother that it is very difficult to clear my exam in first attempt. She said, come, she's a gynecologist. And she said, come, Mohit, why do you think so? I said, there are only 5 seats. She smilingly said, how many seats do you want in your life? And I said, I need only 1 seat out of those 5 seats. She said, okay, then you focus on 1 seat and forget about those 5 seats. You don't worry about that. That 1 seat is for you. And this is what I did. I wrote in front of my desk that this 1 seat is for me. This 1 seat is for me. And I started working on it. My dear friends, 6 months I studied from July 19th till 9th February 2002 when I have my cardiology entrance exam. Saturday was the day I gave my exam 2002. I came out 9:30 to 12:30 was the exam. And let me tell you, जब मैं बाहर एग्जाम देकर आया, I started connecting and talking to my friends. Nobody connected with me. किसी भी व्यक्ति ने मुझसे बात तक नहीं की कि आपका पेपर कैसा हुआ. Nobody wanted to speak and they said only one thing. Hey, Dr. Gupta, you go back to home. We will send the key of the paper to you. We will.
Request everyone to go on mute, please.
So nobody talked to me and they said, Dr. Gupta, we will give the paper to you by evening so that you can give your exam better next time. I was disheartened. I went back. I knew I had given my best shot at that particular time, my dear friends. मैं शाम दोपहर में घर पहुंचा. I had a haircut. I started listening to wonderful music. And you know, after 15 days when the result came, I had first rank in my country. And the second person had 78%, 77 and 76%. And that is the day I realized that when you glue your intention with imagination, success will automatically follow you and come to you in most unexpected ways at the unexpected times. Nobody can take your success away, only if you believe. And this is what I call as law of attraction. My dear friends, your life is completely a creation of your thoughts. Only thing is, whatever you are asking nature and God, you have to believe on yourself. And once you believe strongly, you just have to attract like a magnet in your life and receive that success and those blessings. This is what is called the power of neuroplasticity, programming your brain. This is a very scientific principle, my dear friends, that nerve cells that are firing together, they are wiring together. जिस चीज को हम बार बार सोचते हैं, वो चीज हमारी लाइफ में हार्ड वायर होती है, and we automatically start achieving that thing in our life. Now look at your life. How do we think every day? Can we reprogram our brain? पता नहीं मेरी लाइफ में ये होगा या नहीं होगा. मेरे बच्चे तो पढ़ते ही नहीं है. मैं यहाँ पर काम कर रहा हूँ, पता नहीं मुझे सक्सेस कब मिलेगी. I think this is difficult for me to achieve. मेरी तबीयत तो खराब रहती है. I think this is very, very challenging. I don't think that person will be able to do it. Every day we are having or giving negative affirmations to our brain. And whenever you are giving such negative affirmations to your brain doesn't do anything. It's a wonderful tathastu machine, and it will say tathastu, 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 and it will form a wonderful neurological program. And once you do it repeatedly, it will hardwire that program. And if you say मैं तो बीमारी रहता हूँ, 21 दिन बाद वो बीमारी आपके ऊपर automatically आकर it will make your body ill. This is the power of your thought process, my dear friends. Dr. Eric Kendall in 2001 got Nobel Prize for it. That whenever you are continuously thinking and feeling and doing something, you are strengthening that pathway, and habits are only well-traveled pathways. आपकी life में जो भी कुछ हो रहा है, they are only running through pathways, and they are maintaining and creating a life of that particular thing in your life, my dear friend. So my third powerful message to you is whatever you want to create outside must be first created in your mind. If you want to see yourself successful, your success is already on your way. Believe in it. Believe in it, and magic will automatically start happening. Every thought that you are thinking, my dear friends, is creating your life. It's only a question of redesigning your thoughts, nothing more than that. The moment you redesign your thoughts, the moment you reprogram your thoughts, you start creating abundant wealth and generate. The only thing you have to do is avoid this catastrophic thinking, avoid this negative thinking. This catastrophic thinking is what is taking my success away from me. This negative thinking is what is taking my success away from me, and this is destroying my happiness and my joy. Because when my mind is working like a projector. Whenever I think negative, my own inner mind is projecting it on a bigger screen, and I also amplify the emotions that are associated with it. So practically, if I am to tell you, we suffer more often in our imagination than our reality, my dear friend. So think positive, and never overthink, and create whatever you want in your life first in your mind. Create a blueprint and work for it, and don't let anybody disturb your thought process. Just keep on absorbing that powerful energy, my dear friends. My fourth message to you today is small changes is what creates miracles in your life, my dear friends. Change and process is a or change is a process. It's not an event. If you want to create magic in your life, it can never happen overnight. It has to be in a process, and it has to be a stepwise and a beautiful approach in your life, my dear. I'll share my fourth story with you here. When in 2001, I came back again from America. At that time, I was 96 kg. I was suffering from diabetes. I was suffering from hypertension. I was suffering from, fatty liver, and I also had borderline thyroid. And I remember in July, my uncle told me that you want to become a cardiologist, you should look like one. He was absolutely right. I should look like one cardiologist. I didn't look like one. These are my pictures at that time. Look at this. You won't believe. In 2001, this is the kind of body, this is the kind of effect that I had in my life. You see, my weight was 96 kg. And that day, I completely transformed. I changed the way I was eating. I changed the way I was doing my workout. I never consulted a gym trainer. I never consulted a dietitian, but I changed the quantity of my diet to quality. And I also changed the way I was working on my own self. 23, only after 6 months, when I was also studying for cardiology till 9th Feb, when my exam was there, I lost 23 kgs, my dear friends. Look at this. I regained a whole new personality. I lost my hypertension, my diabetes, everything disappeared. I became fit, my fatty liver disappeared. And that was an achievement. But the greater achievement was even 22 years down the lane. 22 years down the lane, I still maintain my schedule every day. I still maintain my schedule every day. And that is why I put myself in a process. If you want to transform your life, if you want to achieve something, it does not happen overnight. Your thought process has to be there. You have to attract it, but continuously believe in that, work for it, and you will automatically start attracting it very, very powerfully. So remember, only small changes is what is going to produce very, very powerful effect, nothing more than that. Once you work on yourself, it will create magic in your life. So start that you can do in your life, my dear friends. My fifth message to you today, my dear friends, is you decide how you feel. Your life is nothing, but your life is a consequence of, and you decide what you want to absorb in your own mind. I've never given this privilege to anyone to take control of my happiness. I've never given this privilege to my past also to take control of my present. If I want to generate something, if I want to achieve something, I have to live in present. I have to achieve that and create that thing. If I start governing my life, my happiness is my creation. And if I allow other people to take control or drive the my happiness car, I'm never going to, my happiness is completely going to be governed by them. So never, there are no justified practically resentments. And that is what is happening today. Today, each one of us is living with lots and lots of burden in our own mind. If somebody is doing something wrong to us and some says something wrong to us, what do? We listen to that thing, we absorb that negative energy and allow it to go into our mind. One day one person says some negative things, कोई एक दिन एक बात हमको नेगेटिव बोलता है, उस बात को हम अपने मन में रख लेते हैं। दूसरे दिन दूसरा व्यक्ति आता है, उसकी बात को हम सुनते हैं, उसको भी हम अपने मन में रख लेते हैं। इस प्रकार से 365 days, 365 people say something negative to us, और उन बात को हम अपने मन में रख के, then our mind is no longer a mind, our mind becomes like a dustbin box or a garbage box, my dear friend. And this is what is happening. Every day we allow the feelings of anger, of irritation, of hatred, of jealousy, of competition, of criticism, of complaint and expectation. These are the 7 powerful negative emotions that have completely destroyed and taken away our happiness, my dear friends. एक बारी की बात थी, दो भिक्षु जा रहे थे, बहुत अच्छा मेडिटेशन करते थे, they were very very good friends. दोस्तों, रास्ते में नदी पार करने का टाइम आया, and as they were crossing the river, one of the persons, one of the saints saw कि a young girl was stuck up in the middle of the river. उसको उसके ऊपर दया आई, वो उसके पास गया और जाकर उसने अपने सर पर उठाकर उसको नदी के पार रख दिया. The other person, his friend, became very very angry. उसने मन में सोचा कि हमारे शास्त्रों में तो इस लड़की को हाथ लगाना भी पाप है. How dare did he touch that young girl? And he stopped talking to his friend. दोस्तों, एक दिन बीता, and fifth day भी बीत गया. His anger was increasing. He stopped meditation. He was so much disturbed. पांचवें दिन वो अपने फ्रेंड के पास गया और जाकर उससे बोला, मित्र, तुमने बहुत गलत काम किया. He said, what have I done wrong? He said, आज से 5 दिन पहले तुमने उस लड़की को उठाकर अपने सर पर रखा था, ये तुमने ठीक नहीं किया. उसने मुस्कुराते उससे क्या क्या, ध्यान से सुनिए. He said, my dear friend, I lifted that girl only for 5 minutes, almost 5 days back. पर तुम तो उसे पिछले 5 दिनों से अपने सर पर उठाकर घूम रहे हो. This is what is happening. Today, each one of us is carrying this burden in our life, my dear friend. My message to you is, if you allow other people, the feelings that they give to you, what they say to you, if you allow that hurt to govern in your life, to go into your life will never be full of joy. It is important to clean your mind, my dear friend. It's important to take out time to and change your anger to love, to let go of the feeling of irritation, hatred, and jealousy, and inculcate compassion in your life, inculcate acceptance in your life, understanding in your life, appreciate each other, and be amicable in your relations. Adaptability is the key. 3 most powerful emotions that govern our life are acceptance, appreciation, and adaptability to the situation, my dear. It's important for us. It's important for us to forgive and let go. If we carry these grudges in our life, my dear friends, our life is never going to be full of happiness. We are never going to have that feeling of abundance. We are never going to have that feeling of joy. We are never going to have that feeling of greatness in our life. And our relations will never be amicable, my dear friends. It's very, very important for us to understand. Let go of this. You have 1,440 minutes every day. I am asking you to take out 5 minutes to clean your mind. Learn to absorb, learn to feel good, learn to create happiness and joy, my dear friends. Remember, if you are bitten by a snake, you cannot be unbitten. But the snake bite will never kill you. Only if you allow the venom to spread through your body, only then a person becomes, or that poison spread through your body, only then the person dies. Similarly, if somebody is biting us like a snake, don't allow the venom to spread through your body. It is very important. Don't allow that venom. If you allow that venom to spread through your body, your happiness will never come back, and you will ultimately succumb to those negative situations, my dear friend. तो अपनी खुशी का, अपनी लाइफ का कंट्रोल कभी भी किसी को दोस्तों मत दीजिए. इट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू इनकलकेट जॉय एंड हैप्पीनेस इन योर लाइफ. My sixth message to you, my dear friends, a very simple message to you, my dear friends, is it's important to give support to each other and not just give advice to each other. आज इस दुनिया के अंदर everybody is there and ready with an advice. We try to advise each other. We try to give different, suggestions to each other. But are we ready to give support to each other? That is very, very important. Today, if we want to transform our lives, if we want to create a beautiful world, it is important to give support to each other. एक बहुत सुंदर कहानी मुझे ध्यान में आती है दोस्तों. There was a young bird, एक छोटी सी चिड़िया थी. She was taking her baby along with her, and suddenly वो baby जो था वो गिरकर सी के अंदर, समुद्र के अंदर गिर गया. और जैसे ही वो गिरा, उसने प्यार से समुद्र को बोला, my dear sea, please return my baby to me. एंड वो सी मुस्कुराते हुए उसे बोला कि आई डोंट हैव टाइम टू टेक केयर ऑफ योर बेबी. ना मेरे पास इतना समय है, अपने आप बच्चे को ढूंढ लो. एंड शी वाज डेस्परेटली सर्चिंग बट शी कुड नॉट. शी अगेन रिक्वेस्टेड बट द सी रिफ्यूज्ड. शी सेड दैट इज वेरी वेरी बैड. मैं तुमको सबक सिखाऊंगी. आई विल टीच यू अ लेसन. एंड व्हाट शी स्टार्टेड डूइंग वाज, इन हर लिटिल बीक शी टुक सम वाटर आउट ऑफ द सी एंड अल्टीमेटली स्टार्टेड पुटिंग दैट वाटर ऑन टू द शोर. सी आज झर की भैया तुम क्या कर रही हो? शी सेड कि मैं तुम्हारे पानी को तुमको खाली कर दूंगी, तुम्हारे पानी को मैं बाहर निकाल कर समुद्र के किनारे डाल रही हूँ. And he started laughing and said, oh, try doing this. This is never going to happen. But she was very persistent in teaching a lesson to that particular sea, and she kept on doing repeatedly. Suddenly, there were thousands of little birds who were passing that place, and they saw this little bird doing this activity. उन्होंने उनसे पूछा, भाई ये तुम क्या कर रहे हो? उसने कहा, मैं समुद्र को खाली कर रही हूँ और ये कारण है. तो उन्होंने कहा कि ये तो पॉसिबल नहीं है, ऐसा कभी नहीं हो सकता. तो उस चिड़िया ने मुस्कुराते हुए कहा कि मुझे सलाह नहीं चाहिए, मुझे सपोर्ट चाहिए, मुझे सहयोग चाहिए. क्या तुम मुझे सहयोग दे सकते हो? तो सभी हैरान हो गए. Those thousand birds again joined that little bird, and they also started doing the same activity. And the sea again was laughing because this is never going to happen. समुद्र को कैसे कोई खाली कर सकता है? Suddenly, Garuda ji was going from there. The abode was of Vishnu, the savari of Vishnu. एंड गरुड़ जी वहां से जा रहे थे. उन्होंने कहा कि भाई ये सब तुम क्या कर रही हो? उन्होंने कहा कि भाई हम इस समुद्र को खाली करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. उसने कहा क्यों? उसने कहा समुद्र ने इस बच्चे को ले लिया और वो वापस नहीं कर रहा है. तो गरुड़ ने कहा ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता, तुम इसको कैसे खाली कर पाओ? तो सभी चिड़ियाओं ने मुस्कुराते हुए गरुड़ जी से बोला कि गरुड़ जी हमें सहयोग चाहिए, हमें सलाह नहीं चाहिए. इफ यू कैन हेल्प अस, जॉइन अस, अदरवाइज यू कैन गो. गरुड़ जी was absolutely very very disturbed, and he said, oh my god, let me also help them, they are also bird. और उन्होंने भी उसको ज्वाइन कर लिया. The moment he joined, ultimately Vishnu ji got very disturbed. He said, oh my god, my savari, my vahan is disappeared, let me go. And he said, गरुड़ जी आप क्या कर रहे हैं? उसने कहा मैं इन चिड़ियाओं की मदद कर रहा हूँ समुद्र को खाली करने में. He said, what is the reason? He said, this is the reason. तो विष्णु जी ने कहा ऐसे थोड़ी ना खाली हो सकता है गरुड़ जी, पानी को तुम अपने चोंच में लेकर करोगे. तो गरुड़ जी ने मुस्कुराते हुए बोला, क्षमा करिएगा भगवान, फॉरगिव मी माय डियर गॉड, बट इस वक्त मुझे सहयोग चाहिए, सलाह नहीं चाहिए. एंड द मोमेंट विष्णु जी लिसन, ही सेड, ओ माय गॉड, लेट मी जॉइन यू. एंड ही आल्सो केम टू डू द सेम थिंग. एंड द मोमेंट ही केम, the sea became very very disturbed, and he said, oh my god, now I'm going to get empty, Vishnu ji is here. And he immediately brought out the bird and returned the child of that little bird to that particular thing. So my dear friend, रिमेंबर, इस दुनिया में सबसे सस्ती चीज जो है वो सलाह है. एक मांगोगे तो हजार मिलेंगी, लेकिन सबसे महंगी चीज सहयोग है, क्योंकि एक मांगते हजारों मांगते हो तो दोस्तों एक भी नहीं मिलता है. Remember, in this world, if we want to transform our life, transform our organization, transform our life, what we want in our life is we need to support each other. We need to give happiness to each other, my dear friends. If we give support to each other, we can create magic in our life. And my last message to you, my dear friends, is meditate. Meditation is one powerful tool that can create miracles in our life. Just as you charge your own mind every day, you charge your own mind with just as you charge your own laptop, your processor, your mobile with different energy, electrical energy. Similarly, meditation is a powerful tool to charge your own thoughts and empower your own self, my dear friends. As I said, you are gifted with 1440 minutes every day. That means you have 1440 opportunities to make a positive impact every day. And today I ask you to take out only 15 minutes of your precious life to transform your life. And I'll show you two wonderful stories. One, my own life story, which was the first story I started with. And second, the story of gentleman called Stomatus Moratus. Listen to this revealing and life-changing story, my dear friend. This gentleman was a US war veteran. And in 1976, when he retired, he was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. And he was given only 3 months to live. He said, "Oh my God, my burial in America would cost somewhere around about almost $300. So in the end, let me go to my town in Greece called Ikaria, where my burial would be costing only 15 to 20, $30. And I would meet my family and friend in my last times." And he flew to Ikaria in Greece. He started planting vineyards at that particular time. This is a picture out of his home. He started eating natural vegetarian diet. He started meditating. He started disconnecting with technology. He started being happy. He started exercising every day. And ultimately, 1 month passed, 2 months passed, 3 months passed, 6 months, my dear, 12 months, 5 years passed, and he was very disturbed. He said, "Oh my God, mujhe to marna tha. I was supposed to die, but I'm still alive. How is this happening in my life, my dear friend?" He was so disturbed. Approximately after 10 years, when he was still alive, he flew to America to meet his doctors to ask how this was happening, just to find that all those doctors who had diagnosed him with cancer were already dead by that time. He came back and he lived up to an age of 102 years. And this man is called the man who almost forgot to die. The place where he lived is called the island where people forgot to die. The island where people forgot to die. This is called the blue zone, which is called the town called Ikaria. This is the actual picture. What is common here? These people reconnect to their faith. They meditate. They have a good sleep and a natural connect. They have a positive meditative lifestyle, and they eat predominantly plant or vegetarian based diet, my dear friends. This is the beauty that they have. This is what they do to themselves to create magic in their life, my dear friends. So you have the power to heal yourself. If you change your lifestyle, you can completely change your destiny. And this is what I did to myself. When I was suffering from this brain illness in 2003, ultimately this ended up in a major brain surgery in 2005 on 20th June, a 6 hours long surgery. This major brain mass was taken out of my brain. I thought, now I'm absolutely fine. Everything was going to work for me perfectly and nothing is going to falter. But after 6 months of my surgery, my dear friend, this is what happened to my brain. Look at this. January 3rd, 2006, at early morning, my brain showed another lesion. The earlier lesion was getting normal, and another lesion appeared in my brain. My doctor said, "This is inoperable. You cannot operate that." I was already having a lot of distress in my brain. I was taking tablets at that time. I really used to bang my head at that time. I went to my spiritual teacher, Dadi Gulzar in Brahma Kumaris, and I asked, what should I do? I knew old ways are not going to open new doors. I imagined a scientist contacting and getting in touch with a spiritualist because I was already following Brahma Kumaris. And she said, "You use the power of yoga to heal yourself." My dear friends, from January 2006, I started meditating and doing a focused meditation for my brain, saying that my brain is absolutely healthy. I started reprogramming my brain, imagining and visualizing that my brain is free of disease. There is no disease. I'm perfectly healthy. I'm perfectly fine. Approximately after 1 year, 2 months, when I continuously did it, my friend was saying, "Mohit, you should get your scans. This is not going to happen like this." And my scans were repeated after in April 2007. This is what happened. The lesion had completely disappeared out of my brain, my dear friends. 7th April 2007. This is the magic that we can create to ourselves, my dear friend. You have the power to heal. Your body is working like an orchestra. If you design your thoughts, look at these pictures, these amazing life-changing pictures, my dear friends. If you start meditating, your normal brain is a completely imbalanced brainwave pattern. Your both the brain hemispheres are imbalanced, but only 15 minutes of meditation, what happens to your brain is they become synchronized, and only 25 minutes of meditation,
You become a completely synchronized brain in which you are getting a more integrated system, optimizing your both mental and emotional health, performing superbly, my dear friends. This is the power that you have. This is the power that you have. You have to take steps for it. Today, we work only with our left brain, my dear friends. We believe only in karma. We think, and our left brain is a decisive brain, a logical brain, a reasoning brain, or a scientific brain. This will give you only 50% of the success, nothing more than that. But when you activate and meditate, you activate your right brain, which is your holistic brain, which is loving brain, which is passionate and creative brain. This is what gives you 100% success in your life, my dear friend. Gone are the days when we believe that we are only doing karma. Today is a world of being a karma yogi. That means creating your own destiny, my dear friends. So my message to you is meditation is one of the most powerful epigenetic tools to heal yourself. Just as your mobile gets empowered, gets charged with, works with certain software, similarly, our inner mind power is working with peace, with bliss, with love, happiness, with power, knowledge, and purity. These are the seven innate emotions that are governing our own self. Imagine that when our each thought becomes peaceful, when our each thought is becoming happy and blissful, when we are loving, when we are empowered, when we are pure individuals, what would your life become like? It would be a magic. You can create and achieve anything in your life, my dear friends. So let us sit back for a few minutes of meditation. Just a couple of minutes. I'll be giving you a few thoughts. मैं आपको कुछ simple thoughts दूंगा. Let your videos be on, my request, if it is possible for you. अपने चेहरे को मुस्कुराता हुआ रखिए. And just be with me on this beautiful, beautiful journey. दोस्तों, just see yourself as a powerful point of light, a consciousness. अपने एक एक विचार को देखें. आज मैं अपने मन के विचारों की सफाई करती हूँ. I allow the vibrations of love, the energy of God's purity and happiness to embrace my every thought. I let go of all the negative energy of anger, of irritation, of hatred, and of jealousy. I radiate peace and love to my thoughts, to myself. I radiate love and harmony to my relations. My each relation is powerful and loving. Peace is my original entity. Peace is myself. Peace is my existence. Let me remain this wonderful state and create my own conscious future. Power myself. Thank you and Om Shanti. My dear friends, let me tell you that today is going to be the first day of rest of your life. And it's totally up to you that how do you create it. Past is past. But tomorrow and today, what is going to happen is completely a consequence of your own thoughts. And my request to you is change your thoughts to change your destiny. Thank you so much for a patient hearing, my dear friends.
Thank you, Dr. Gupta, for that very enlightening session. I'm sure all of us have taken some valuable lessons and insights from this, and how to lead a much happier life, a much more fruitful life. And I'm opening the session for any questions. You can post it in the chat, or you can ask Dr. Gupta directly. We have 5 minutes, so if anyone has any questions, please feel free. The floor is yours.
Hello.
Yeah, please tell me.
Yes. I'm Sunita Jain from Kolkata. Okay, my husband had the brain surgery in 2014. Hello.
Please go ahead, ma'am.
He had brain surgery in 2014. He had brain tumor. So from past, in 1 year, he was okay. Like we meditate every day. I built a pyramid on my rooftop, and we are already a meditator. So he was okay for past 1 year, and again it relapsed. Now he is like a small boy. मतलब योगी जो बोलते हैं ना, वो योगी हो गया, उसको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है.
What do you want to ask me, ma'am? Please tell me.
तो can he again recover, come back to his original?
My only recommendation to you is that you must continue with whatever you are doing. Take all the treatments and medications as you have been doing. But very important is use meditative power. Use the power of belief to transform. Give him a thought and a suman. Even if he is not able to do, you should sit in this and say that he is becoming absolutely fine. Imagine and see himself as he was before the disease, and this is what is going to create magic. This is what is going to create magic in your life. This is how you are going to transform your life. So
Yeah,
belief is the magic. Belief is the way that you are going to.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Dr. Gupta, I have one question, because so many of us, including me, we're starting on the journey of meditation, some later than others. And just wanted to find out from you that what do you recommend for someone who's just starting? Should they be trying this on their own? Should they be trying?
No, we have defined meditation courses. They are very, very easy and comfortable to do, and very simple to do. Take only 5 to 10 minutes a day. Every day in the last time of the day, for 10 minutes, experience silence and practice silence. Sit for 5 to 7 minutes, completely detached from everything. Completely. Every day we are using our mobile and continuously technology and spending our day and ultimately go off to sleep. No, my message is take out a few minutes. Think about your own self, your day. Give yourself powerful thought that I'm not this body. Body is just a costume. I'm an energy that is working, and I allow the powerful energy, peace, love, joy, and purity to empower my thoughts and embrace that energy and create transformation in our life. I will forward some videos. There are certain wonderful videos on my channel, also YouTube, on BK Dr. Mohit Gupta. I will also share it with you, RTG, and you can take my number and you guys can feel free to contact me. You need only a few days to transform, not days and days of practice. Only a thought change will completely transform you. Create that thing, use that thing. For one day, I'll remain happy. I'll be peaceful. I'm not going to practice anything negative. I'm going to be very, very loving. I give joy to other people. I accept joy from other people. You see, RPG, you will create magic in your life. It's only a question of practice that we need. Only a question of persistence. Okay? That is.
Thank you.
It will be magical, I'm telling you. And sharing, I'm going to share. I'll also forward some great videos to you guys. And let me just share this whole number in chat. And you can feel free to connect. And I will forward this thing to you separately. You can write to me. Okay? Pleasure to speak to you guys. I hope these small messages are going to make a lot of difference. Remember, we are going through very, very turbulent times, and this is pertinent for us to transform our lives today, create our own conscious destiny. Thank you so much. Thank you.